top three attributes I look for in a company are, firstly, the management quality. The management really has to be beyond reproach in terms of how they run the business, how they treat shareholders, and at the same time, the company's financial statement should reflect that the management is running the business with integrity. And if you open the financial statement, you should be able to figure out what the company is doing, and it should be expressed in a simple manner. And thirdly, and most importantly, is that the company should have a very long runway, or the company should be making a product or service which is really wanted by customers. And if it has a good runway and it's at a reasonable price, I think all these three factors come in and make a really good combination for investing. So in this session, I'll be covering about the pharma sector, which has been gone to the dogs for a while, since many companies in India have faced a lot of issues with the regulators, and at the same time they are facing a business issue in terms of price erosion in many of these products. So I'll give an overview of what's happening in the industry and what will help you really get a sense of learning about this industry. So you won't feel afraid when you open the annual report that you won't understand anything. The company that I'm going to talk about in the second half of my session is a very interesting company run by really passionate entrepreneurs, and they understand what they are doing in terms of scaling their business. They have understood how to distribute across the world for the products that they manufacture, and they take advantage of the Indian low-cost manufacturing very well. They are excellent financial managers, and they have an outstanding pedigree in terms of running the business for the past several decades. There's one book I would like to recommend, which is Capital Returns by Edward Chancellor. Although it's not just one book which shapes us as an investor, but this book really knocked me out of my rockers, because it really made me focus on the capital cycle of investing, where each and every industry or a company goes through its own capital cycle in terms of capital raising, deployment, and returning the capital back to shareholders. And if you focus on these aspects and you pinpoint where the industry and the company is in the capital cycle, you're better able to understand the levers in which the business will respond. So one advice for individual investors is that you start early, as early as possible, and try and develop a sense of understanding how companies work, how industries work, and also understand what kind of an investor you are. Because if you feel afraid about volatility when stock prices fall and you're invested in the stock, I think equity investing may not be for you. You also understand what kind of risks you can take, how much money you are being able to lose, and at the same time make sure that you understand what you're getting into.